Welcome to another episode of Eat to Explore with Rowena. And today we are exploring our own country, USA. USA, very interesting cuisine. They're all, basically brought together by different immigrants that come into this country. And so we are showcasing a few mix of different part of the states. We used to have USA North and South, but we decided to combine them, and now we have a combination of some great recipes. All right, as always, we have our booklet. You can actually make sure you check out our membership portal, because inside the membership portal, which you can sign in using your login into the account, you get more blogs, videos, lots of more interesting things to learn about the country. Check it out. And as always, we always tell you about monuments of the country, some fun facts, and then also you'll learn geography, music, language, and art. And soon we will be adding music playlists, movies, and books recommendations. All right, here we are. We're making 3 recipes with our Explore USA. Today we're actually making the southern chili, but I'm making the vegetarian option. So vegetarian chili. You also will have recipe to make blackened fish and eggplant parmesan. Italian, southern, very interesting. As always, spices, mixes all in there. And the fun cooking tool is a whisk. This is actually a mini one for like dressing. It's great for dressing. All right, let's start. Thank you, Melissa, for the abundance of beautiful vegetables. And in this recipe, we'll need 1 red onion, but I got 4. I'm making vegetarian chili, so I'm gonna use sweet potatoes. We will also use 1 green bell pepper and spring onion, along with quinoa and beans. That's like, black beans, red beans, quinoa. So let's start. Okay, step 1. We're gonna peel and then also dice the red onion. I actually started composting, so got this really amazing compost machine. Just sometimes didn't realize how much waste of all between the peels and the vegetables and the leftovers, so much that goes to waste. And so it's nice to make sure I compost it and then use it for my garden. All right. Here is, you're gonna pull off the skin first. Okay, now we're gonna dice them. We have shown this at pretty much every episode. Thinly slice them, not all the way to the end. It's the best way to dice onion or red onion. So it's like all into slices, but that can go through. Then you cut across, and then chop it. That nice dice right there. Okay. This, and then with onion, 1 onion both sides. And we will cut the green pepper. Now, if you don't have green pepper, you have red pepper, that's fine too. So as long as it's bell pepper, that will work. Okay. So now, bell pepper. I have washed it, so let's do it. Okay, cut it in half. So I usually just kind of trim the end a little bit, and the seed just comes straight off. Okay, so shake it a little bit, get the seed off. Again, just kind of like a V. Get rid of the core. And peel off this. Shake it a little bit, get rid of the seed. Now just cut them into strips and then dice it. If you have a small pepper, then just use 2. If you have a big pepper, just use the whole pepper. All right. Okay. And next, we will strain in the beans. Cut the sweet potato. So I have actually used a colander, and I've already strained the black bean and the red bean, ready to go. And after this, we will do the scallion, actually. Now, I was given really chunky scallion, young scallion with a bulb. I'm just going to use one because it's a lot. So trim off the end. And then trim off this end too. And then cut them into strips and then just thinly slice it. Okay. If you get those skinny ones, then you can use all 3. Otherwise, this is a lot. And now we're going to peel the sweet potato and then cut them into 1/2-inch cubes. Okay. It's up to you. You could peel it or you could just leave it whole. I actually want this one to be peeled, but sometimes kept it whole. Okay. They have so many different varietal of sweet potato. There's purple ones. There's those super sweet Japanese small one. Any potato will do. If you can get the purple one, that's amazing too. This is just your regular potatoes. Okay, I just want to cut off the ends. Okay, now we're gonna cut it in half first. Oof. To get through. There you go. Cut them into 1/2-inch cubes. So okay. Okay, let's put them aside. I'm gonna cut them off. Okay, now we're done with all the potatoes, and let's start cooking them. All right, step 2, we're gonna start cooking the chili. So a tablespoon of olive oil, and we are going to now add the red onion and green pepper. Let the onion soften a little bit. You know, chili is such a comfort food and it's so easy to make. If you want it to be with beef, for southern beef chili, then you brown the chili first. Sorry, brown the beef first. That's what I meant. So brown the beef before you add the onion and the pepper. I'm actually gonna make a vegan option, so it's a vegetarian sweet potato chili. It's delicious. Okay, now we're gonna add the chili mix. You want to add the chili mix earlier so it has like a nice fragrance when you fry it with the onion. Then next, we're going to add the sweet potato. Stir it, mix well. And we will add the tomato, diced tomato, green, all the beans. So, diced tomato. And then we're adding the beans. And 2 cups of water. All right, stir it, cover it. When it boils, then let it boil first and then turn it to simmer. Okay, let it boil. Make sure you scrape the bottom of the pot. Sometimes the chili or the onion could have got stuck in there. All right, so now we're gonna let this boil and then we are then going to cover it and let it cook. Okay, now we're making the cornbread. So you need to melt 8 tablespoons of butter. And I actually use the bowl to just put the butter in there, kind of cut it up and then put it in the microwave for a minute. But make sure you watch it. So because you want it to like boil and splash all over your microwave. And then we will also need 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, half cup of cornmeal, half cup of milk, half cup of sour cream, quarter cup of sugar, some salt, and then also some tablespoon of baking soda. All right, let's start. So melted butter, just gonna put the flour in first. And then the sugar, pinch of salt in that as well. Cornmeal. the baking powder. A cup of milk. Now slowly stir them. And then put in the sour cream. This is the secret ingredient for cornbread. Sour cream. Amazing. Very good. Okay. Now I'm going to put the egg in there. Mix it well and then put it in the baking, in the muffin pan. All right. Notice that the inside's still there, so I'm gonna spread it out and make sure it's all mixed in properly. Okay. All right. Now I have greased the muffin pan, so I'm gonna scoop it up. Maybe about, make like 6 or 7. Can probably fill up this one a little bit. Here. Okay, then we're gonna put this in the oven, 350 for like 20 minutes. You can tell when it's done. Okay, I'm gonna make one more. Then we're gonna put it in the oven. All right. Scrape every bit of it. All right. One more. We could do one. Okay, here we go. This is going to go in the oven at 350. Okay, now our chili and our cornbread's all ready. So look at this. yummy chili. And we got 7 really nicely brown and golden brown corned beef, cornbread. I said. All right, this is how you serve. Bowl of chili. Oh, by the way, I ended up putting in the optional quinoa. Sort of a good source of protein, so I like to kind of thicken it, especially when it's vegan, to have some quinoa. So put this here, a little nice display. Serve it with the cornbread each. A little bit of green onion. Some vegan cheese. And there you go. Beautifully served chili with cornbread and toppings. Well, thank you so much for joining me this month. We're exploring USA. I hope you enjoy making chili with cornbread with me. Again, we made the vegetarian version, and of course, you can make the beef version. So enjoy. Until next time, we'll see you again at another episode of Eat to Explore with Rowena. Bye.